Agriculture transformation in focus, bringing you up to speed with developments in agriculture, livestock and fisheries sectors aimed at increasing production and productivity to enhance food, nutrition and income security. Agriculture transformation in focus.
Zambia's crop production is predominantly rain-fed. Progress has, however, been made in diversifying crop production, with most farmers upscaling legume production like groundnuts, beans, and soybeans. The changing rainfall pattern associated with climate change has adversely affected crop production. Extreme effects of climate change, such as droughts and flood, negatively affect agricultural productivity, thereby reducing household food, nutrition, and income security. It is therefore important to strengthen climate resilience and implement mitigation measures in the agricultural sector, which employs close to 70% of the country's labor force. In Central Province, the Mwomboshi Dam in Chisamba district is one such mitigation measure, which is aimed at stimulating agricultural production through irrigation. Utilization of the country's abundant natural water bodies for agricultural purposes is still low. Thus, government has invested in upscaling irrigation farming. Government partnered with the World Bank to finance the construction of the Mwomboshi Dam under the Irrigation Development Support Project, IDSP. Mwomboshi is so far the biggest irrigation dam in the history of Zambia, and it has the capacity to store 65 million cubic liters of water. Due to good rains the country experienced in the 2020-2021 rain season, the dam, which was supposed to be full in 3 years' time, is now filled to capacity. This development has elated Republican President Edgar Lungu, who recently toured the dam.
Welcome What is your farm here? You want to make the farm and then the farms are very expensive suddenly.
Yes. If I got you attracted.
And I've heard about the road leading to Mwomboshi, to Samba, Mwomboshi to Cabo. I asked readiness to see whether we can evaluate how much it will cost to do that road. We can't promise to tar road now, because everybody wants tar road. But they're not telling you that abundant people are saying you don't need the road, you don't need the road. But I'm glad that you organize that need road. And I think the wisdom that you fought in the campaigning was seriously ceremony. So we are telling you that something will be done about the road to Mwomboshi, both into Cabo and into Samba, to ensure that this is not working. Because this in itself is tourist attraction, just seeing.
Crop and livestock production is the mainstay of the majority people in Mwomboshi area. The construction of the dam is expected to turn fortunes of farmers in 3 tiers, namely smallholder, medium, and commercial farmers. To help with production, President Lungu has pledged to procure 2 tractors for farmers in the area.
So I promise you that we give you 2 tractors with all the accessories that come with the tractor.
Irrigation farming allows farmers to be productive throughout the year, as opposed to being confined to few months of production, as is the case under rain-fed agriculture. Water harvesting technologies are essential for farmers to adapt to the effects of climate change and sustainably increase yields. Upscaling the adoption of irrigation farming will increase the farmers' profit margins through the prolonged periods of production.
We instructed the excellence national camp that is going to have police post, a modern school, and a health facility. So these things are in the project and will be completed to come to commission. But bridges and roads have already been done. Your Excellency, we have 230 displaced households, and all these have been given new homes and have been given Edgar, farming activities, and all this has been done. But what is remaining for now, Your Excellency, is the assembly and installation of the transformers so that the power can run the whole irrigation system.
The Irrigation Development Support Project, IDSP, aims at promoting irrigation farming through the provision of needed infrastructure. The farming community around Mwomboshi Dam will benefit from the water resource and IDSP's interventions.
So, one here, one there, another one here, and the last one there. This one is approximately 9 kilometers from the dam here. And from there, then we have got secondary pumps, which service directly the center pivot. Yeah. In terms of organization and sustainability of the operation of the scheme, we have organized the small-scale farmers. First, one huge grouping. All the members here, they belong to the community land trust. And all this land, Your Excellency, is being packaged and the titles processed in the interest of the community land trust. So that doesn't belong to one individual, it belongs to a trust. And they will hold the land on behalf of the entire community. But in terms of management of the small-scale farmers, we have small-scale farmers here, and we have got different hydrants. And farmers that are around one source of water, we put them together as a water user group. And the executive of the water user group will be responsible for getting water fees from the individual farmers. And the entity that will be looking at the whole scheme, for example, the IDSP at the moment, will only be able to interact with a few water groups in terms of collecting fees for maintenance of the dam and all the pipelines and the pumping stations. That is the arrangement, Your Excellency, including the big commercial farmers. They are paying to this entity that is managing the infrastructure. Yeah. So in a nutshell, Your Excellency, that's how we are organized, and it's our belief from this and what we have learned from other, I think, projects in Swaziland and so on, who are managing such infrastructure, that this will be a success. And it's a model, Your Excellency, that we should try to replicate in other areas. In summary, Your Excellency, I would say in this area, you have scored, Your Excellency, and we keep you up.
Lucrative markets and increased returns are incentives which attract people to venture into farming. The private sector's investments in value addition will have a trickle-down effect on farmers, as it will guarantee ready markets for agricultural produce and consequently encourage farmers to adopt irrigation farming to increase production.
With this dam, we want to make sure that, especially with the small-scale farmers, that we bring them along with us. We still need investment on the North Bank for the small scale in terms of value addition, cold chain, all these sorts of things. Our farmers on the North Bank traditionally are market gardeners, a lot of vegetables grown here in Mwomboshi that go into both Kabwe and Lusaka, and even as far as Kasumbulesa. I've seen the Congolese here in the past, many years in the past, especially in dry years, that have come to the Mwomboshi to buy vegetables. And part of my worry is that what we're going to do here is plant lots more tomatoes and have no market. So I would ask Your Excellency is that as you move around in circles, that if there's opportunities and people looking for investment in value addition, that you point us point them in our direction and support us there. And I would ask that your office support us where it can there. Your Excellency, I'd like to reiterate what my colleague said about the roads here. We're going to be producing a lot more. Just my little farm will be producing over 1,600 tons of wheat this year, from last year 200 tons. Thank you to this dam, and thank you to you. But I need a road to get that wheat to Lusaka. And after this heavy rain this year, which we are thankful for, we do need some support there. If at all you can help us on that front. But going forward, I think this dam, and everyone in this room has seen it, this dam is something that and I think everyone would agree with me, we need to see across Zambia. We need to be strengthening ourselves as a country with our water and taking what resources we have in order to strengthen our country, and make us competitive within the region. We've got a lot of people north of us that need food, and we should be growing it and sending it there. And Your Excellency, I'd ask you if you can lend us your support in harmonizing how WOMA and ZEMA work, so that we align ourselves, the agricultural community, and what WOMA wants and what we want. We should be talking on the same page, Your Excellency.
Farmers appreciate the construction of the Mwomboshi Dam. It is envisaged that the dam will increase crop and livestock production. The dam has greatly eased the challenge of drinking water for livestock.
We are quite happy to see that the project is now almost completion, and our farmers are geared up the southern side, on the commercial side, and also on the northern side. To us, I think we are going to see a huge crop coming out.
Mwomboshi is located in Miswa Ward, a rural community in Chisamba, and has a population of 14,517 people. The sites for both the dam and irrigation scheme lie about 119 kilometers north of Lusaka. The dam is expected to bring 4,000 hectares of land in the area under irrigation, out of which 1,500 is under small-scale farmers. The initiative will also boost the crop diversification agenda and increase food production in Zambia.
Your Excellency, we welcomed you as a community to Mwomboshi on the 3rd of March, 2016, when you commissioned the construction of the dam. To us, Your Excellency, at the time, this was just an idea, something abstract, something we did not know. We did not even know the shape and form that the dam was going to take. We saw it as a disturbance on our lifestyle in Mwomboshi, and in fact at that point we were opposed to it. 5 years down the line, Your Excellency, to today in 2021, we now can see and actualize what you were trying to put up for us. You have come in between, back to Mwomboshi in between the periods in 2016 to date, I think about 3 or 4 times. That has showed how much commitment you put to this project. And now that we know what this project is all about and what it will mean to our lives and what it will mean to also our family, we can only say thank you, Your Excellency. We want also to extend requests to you. Now that we see the commitment and care that you have for the people of Mwomboshi, we think that only when we cry to you can things happen. We have 2 groups of vulnerable people, the women and also the youths in Mwomboshi. We want to request that if possible you can consider giving us 2 tractors and probably other farming implements that will help these groups to be productive in the tiers that will be given. Everybody of about 750 or more of the residents in Mwomboshi have all been given a hectare each in which they do their small-scale farming. And without these implements, Your Excellency, we see that our starting will be very difficult. Also, we would also want to request that you consider working on the road that links Mwomboshi to the outside. Basically, I'm talking about the road that leads Chisamba to Mwomboshi, the road that joins Mwomboshi to Kabwe at National Service Point.
Beats on the track.